He was trying to get me to suck penis, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. This is super weird. I would never do that.
In November 2021, a normal sleepover in Perrysburg, Ohio, mutated into a nightmare. A gathering of 13-year-old friends quickly devolved into dark coercion and betrayal, leaving behind shattered lives and a devastating digital footprint. Today, we dive into the chilling interrogations that unraveled this middle school secret.
Okay, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm investigator with the prosecutor's office.
Nice, okay.
All right. So we're going to try to make this as basically as easy as possible on you and not take up much of your time. I don't expect you to be ready for all these questions, okay? That's why your dad's here. He's here, as your support. He's an amazing resource for you, okay?
Yeah.
So if you're uncomfortable about anything, just say, hey, I don't want to talk about that, or I don't know. Just don't lie about it.
Yeah.
Or try to, if you forget, don't try to make something up. Can we just kind of go through and how do you know all of these boys? Because you know all of them,
yeah,
correct?
Starting with, he's been my best friend since 2 years ago when we first started playing baseball together.
Okay.
And we've always just been close. We've always had a tight bond and whatever.
You're aware of the video that went around school, right? Do you know, first off, do you know when that incident happened? Do you have an idea? Because I really don't.
I don't really remember the exact time, but it was definitely before New Year's Eve because I hung out with
New Year's Eve. When did you see the video?
I think it was a week or two after what happened.
How did you see the video? How'd that come about? Was he just hey dude, check this out, or?
He's this will happen after you left, showed me it, and I was disgusted, but I didn't know any of the details. He showed me, he didn't tell me what happened or anything.
Did you, what'd you say to that?
I was just disgusted. I didn't really do something like that, but then I found out that he was forced to do it, and I just felt horrible for him.
So what was going on? Where were you guys?
Like I said, it was playoffs. I had slept over the night before, and we were just watching the playoffs that night, and we watched it at I think it was 12 or 1 o'clock the next day. And then I had to get picked up for something. I think we were on no, I don't remember. Were we on the Mom said that we were going to go to the Franklin Park Ball or something. I don't really remember.
That's not a big deal.
But yeah, I got picked up before any of it happened. It was just a normal time. We were just watching football.
Who else spent the night, and whose house were you at?
Me was at house. We were in his basement.
How do you know that was the day the video was taken?
Because I was told by all of them. They told me that it happened as they showed me the video.
Okay.
It was after I left, so yeah.
So how'd they tell you about what happened? Did they show you the video first?
Yeah, they just showed me. They just said that he did it. They didn't give me any ton of details or anything. That's basically all they told me.
Where were you when he showed you the video?
I think it was in his basement.
At his house?
Yeah.
How do you know he found out about the video?
He just told me. He already knew before I told him anything about it.
Okay.
He was have you seen the videos? Yeah.
Before you saw it?
No, it was after. So he was not there when they showed me the video, but we hung out a little bit. And then he asked me, because obviously I'm not going to say that kind of stuff to him. I don't like to embarrass my friends or anything, because I didn't know if he did it with consent or anything.
Well, it's an awkward conversation.
Yeah, that's a very
Let's just be clear about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's...
He's have you seen the video? I was he showed me the other day. But yeah, that was about it. That's all I can really remember. I just know that we were hanging out.
Did he say anything else about it, or...?
I think he was super embarrassed. He didn't really want to talk about it. I didn't know if he had... I didn't know really any of the details.
One of the kids also said all of us were participating in stuff like that.
I never wanted to participate in anything like that. I think it all started at his birthday party. We all had a huge sleepover with me and all of his friends and a few of my friends. Mm-hmm. We were all there, and that's when it started, and did it with consent.
And it was right in front of all of you guys?
I don't know if it was all of us. I think, I don't even remember who was down there. It was like I said, it was just after we ate pizza. It was, I don't even remember.
But you were there?
Yeah. It was right after I ate, but I didn't know who was down there when it happened. I was disgusted. I went back and told him what was going on.
You went back and...
Yeah. Because I know it was not down there when it happened.
But you were there. Do you remember anyone else that was there for sure?
Yeah, it was me. Well, no, but I didn't know if he was there.
So I also want to make sure, in case at some point you were involved or you were there, if you were, nobody was forcing something, threatening you with anything.
No. Even if they tried, I would not let them try to do something like that, because that just weirds me out. I don't...
And I think that's great that you have that attitude, but one thing I just want to say too is it's really hard to tell how you would react when you're a victim. You may be the strongest person you know and say, hey, I've got resources, I can do this, and nobody's going to force me into anything. I've sat with victims who've said that, and then they froze and didn't know what to do in that situation.
In that situation, I mean,
It's very possible.
he's one of the smaller ones. I mean, even if they did force him in an aggressive way, he couldn't have really done anything about it.
I mean, what were you thinking when you saw that video?
I was just, I don't know, I was lost, I was shocked, I was disgusted, I don't know.
And I hate to be the, the elephant in the room, but we're talking about the video. So I'm gonna have to ask, what did you see on the video?
It was just...
You can use whatever words you need to.
It was just...
Could you see a penis?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something you absolutely can and should bring to your parents.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, and that's what my dad was talking to me about, how I have to start talking when something bad like that ever happens.
They said that performed oral sex on one of them, or who. So that performed oral sex on, you're not really sure when that happened, but then that happened.
I'm not sure about it, yeah.
If you have been involved in something and it was consensual, that's a whole other deal, right? If someone tries to force you, if someone has forced you, that's when we need to know about it.
Yeah, I've never been forced, I've never done that stuff like that, it's just...
Okay. I don't have any questions anymore, and if you don't have any questions for me, we can go get Mom and you can head out, go back to school, whatever you want to do. If something comes up, if you remember something, if, someone shows you the video, anything like that,
Tell us about anything further.
let us know.
Okay.
The first teen interviewed was a bystander who left early but was later shown the footage. With the timeline established, the detective shifts focus to one of the primary victims in the room. Notice the detective's calm, non-judgmental tone as the boy details a terrifying escalation of peer pressure that occurred while they were simply watching a football game.
So I know this is not the most pleasant thing we're ever going to talk about. And I'm sure you were never like, yay, I can't wait to talk to my dare officer about this awkward crap. I'm just going to go over a couple things with you. Clearly I'm a detective now. I'm not on the road. So I investigate a lot of stuff like this. I work a lot of crimes involving children. I work a lot of sex crimes. What's your understanding of coming in today? Like, what did you think you were coming in for?
Like what? Like we're gonna talk about? Like that
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing?
why do you think someone said you need to be here?
Because I was like the victim, like that basically. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just basically what my parents told me.
Okay, a victim of what?
Like what happened.
Okay.
Can you be more specific in regards to what that?
Yeah, so it was a Lions versus Browns game, and we were just going over there just watch and have fun. And they just started being like real weird and just like weird and real awkward, and like they just started just doing weird stuff. I don't even know how they started to even get talked about. Ended up started to suck this, and was letting him and stuff, and he was telling me to set a timer and stuff like that, and I did it because I was just, I don't know. It was just
Probably shocked, right?
yeah, it was just happening. It was just,
Yeah.
and so, he did that, and then he was trying to get me to suck penis, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. This is super weird, I would never do that. And they started to get they were like, come on, just do it for 15 seconds, and that kind of thing. And then they ended up jumping on me and pinning me down to the ground, and holding my arms back, and he was yelling to get on me too, and on his legs, and they were all laughing and stuff, and then ended up getting on me and putting his penis on my face and stuff. And he was like, just put it in your mouth for 15 seconds, dude, come on, do it, you can do it. And I was just like, no, and I didn't let him. I was holding my face real still and stuff, and I ended up, I was probably there for 30, 45 seconds, and I eventually floated off, and I was like, dude, what the heck, man? And then they started to kind of a little bit too, and then they ended up pinning him down, or they were either pinning him down or just grabbing him and pulling him on. I can't really remember specifically. Yeah, so they were like, come on, man, 15 seconds, and did it. He sucked for 15 seconds.
How do you know it was 15 seconds? Did they have the timer?
They were like, come on, man, just put the timer on, and I did it.
They wanted you to suck on whose penis? Yes, you
yeah.
were saying no.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do that. I really never want, I was...
And
yeah.
then who was pinning you down?
My arms, it was holding my arms, and his knees on my shoulders, and then he was yelling to get on me, and then he jumped on my legs, but one of my best friends, and they were just I don't know what it's called, peer pressuring kind of thing.
Alright, right on your chest.
Mhm.
And he was putting his penis in your face.
Mhm.
This is gonna be awkward. Was his penis hard?
No.
And you said it was actually touched your cheek?
Yeah, like it was like all over my face.
Was he trying to put it in your mouth?
Mhm.
This is also gonna be an awkward conversation, okay?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna start with saying, I don't think what you did was consensual, but if it was, kids do...
What does consensual mean? I'm sorry.
Consensual means like you were willing. I
Yeah.
appreciate that,
Yeah.
sorry. And I don't think that's what this was, but if it was something where it's like, hey, we're both kind of like,
Yeah.
this is weird, I'm kind of trying to figure out what's going on, I wouldn't think anything less, that's okay, that's legal, whatever, not a problem. There's a problem with people holding you down and doing this, okay? That's not what friends do. That's not peer pressure. What I need to ask, if he, and it may be hard to admit, which is, I get it, it's painful, when he was putting his penis in your face, did he make it past your lips at all?
No, he did not. No. Like my lips were like sealed the whole time. Like I was like, and that's true. I would never want a penis in my mouth. Like
I'm not saying, you
Yeah.
don't have to want it for it to
Yeah.
happen.
But no, I did not. No.
He didn't make it?
No, it was on my lips, but it never made it like through.
Okay. You may have mentioned it, and I apologize if you did. You said they were holding you down for 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah.
What made them get off of you?
I was just like, he got off first, and I was like, come on, guys, and I eventually threw him off, and I was like still holding my arms, and I just started to go like crazy, I was wiggling off, and they were all like still like laughing and stuff, and they were like dying laughing, just like, because they thought it was funny at the time and stuff like that, and they just like gave up and got off me. So I didn't have to like punch him or like smack him or anything like that. I was just like, God, come on guys, I'm done. I left before him, so he left. I think he left a little bit after me.
Okay, man, it's your turn. And he was just like, okay.
Yeah, like he wasn't like giving him like, yeah, he was basically, yeah.
So he didn't have to force him at all. Nobody had to hold him down.
Not really, no. Like he was just like giving in kind of thing. Like,
Okay.
he wasn't like fighting anymore. He was just like, sure.
Okay.
Where'd the video come about?
So that I don't really know a lot of. I think it was phone, I'm pretty sure. And I think it was when this was happening, when it was like, was doing it. I was like on the other end of the couch. I was just like, what is happening? Like that kind of, I was just like, what is happening? And stuff. And what I was doing at the time, I was just like, this is crazy. You know, that kind of thing. And I think, yeah, was sitting there and he was filming probably.
Did you see the video?
I didn't see it, no.
So what have you heard about it? Or how did you hear about it initially? When did you find out there was a video?
The first victim fought off his attackers, but the aggressors quickly turned to another boy, coercing him into compliance. What transforms this horrific incident into a severe felony is what happened next. Creating and distributing explicit footage of a minor is a severe offense. As the video spread via Snapchat, it was only a matter of time before someone broke the silence.
Yesterday,
Really?
I never knew like he still had it. Like I thought it was just like he was joking about it because it's so like messed up to do that. Like,
When was he joking about it then? Like, when's the first time you heard something might have been recorded?
Did you see him recording that day?
I didn't see him recording, no. Obviously it wasn't a rumor, but someone, like something got out at school or something and someone was like, I heard they have a video about it or something, and I was like, oh. I just didn't really think anything of it because I didn't know that happened because I was there.
When was that a week ago? Was it months ago that you heard that at school?
Probably a couple months ago, yeah, like 2, 3.
And what time did you get there, do you think? It doesn't have to be specific morning.
It was afternoon a little bit. It was early afternoon.
You're not to blame for any of this. You did not bring this on yourself. There is no shame on you for what happened to you. I understand that it can feel that way.
Yeah.
But one thing I try to tell people too is think about like one of your closest friends. If they were in your situation, would you think they put themselves in a bad spot? Would you blame them?
No.
Right.
No.
Right. What were your thoughts after this happened? Like, what do you think about...
I was just still kind of like in shock in a way, I guess. Yeah, that kind of thing.
None of them? Not hung out with any of them?
Oh, no, I'm so close.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just studying at his house, actually, the other day.
When this was reported to me, it was because another student that I'm not going to name saw the video. Of course, they had no idea that you had been there, involved, anything. But another student that wasn't involved reported it to their mom, which I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
Very thankful for that student. I think that was brave, and I'm proud of that person. Whether they did it with the best intentions or not, I don't know, don't care, but I think I'm really happy that they did, because then their mom reached out to...
Yeah, and I think he's one of my buddies, too, that reported.
Yeah, and so I had, when I found this out yesterday, I had to move quickly because I heard there was a video, and then the incident's recorded, or one of the incidents is recorded. That's a felony. Taking pictures, nude pictures, or taking pictures of a juvenile engaged in a sexual act. That's a big deal.
Not really, but like people are like somehow found out and they just like in a joking way be like, oh, this happened, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I just like kind of walk away. I don't really.
Yeah. Can you think of anything else that's important for us to know?
I think this like just popped in my head, but I think they might have been watching porn. Either I wasn't involved with that, but I know they might have been like watching that.
Who might have been?
They were watching it on. I don't know whose phone it was, but
When you say porn, was it of like people who were 18 and older?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's another thing I kind of want to touch on with you. I don't have any reason to believe that we need to have this conversation, but I'm having it with all the kids, so I just want to put that out there. Watching porn, if you were looking at naked pictures of adults, that's not illegal, okay? Your parents may have something to say about that, like they may have some rules that you're violating. You're not going to hear from me because of that.
Yeah.
If you're sending, receiving pictures of kids your age,
Yeah.
that's illegal, that's a felony, you may hear from me.
Yeah, we talked about this in health, so.
That's great, I think that's amazing. Were any other boys' penises out?
No, it was,
Okay, did anybody else suck anybody else's penis?
no, it was sucked. And then they were trying to suck my penis too, but I was like, no, dude, I'm not, like, I didn't let that happen.
Were your pants ever down?
No, they were not, no.
Okay, his penis was out.
Yes.
Did someone touch his penis?
I don't think so, I think, no.
Why was his penis
I
out?
think he was like jerking off or masturbating. It's a porn, yeah.
You're not gonna,
You're not in trouble.
you're not in trouble, I know it's awkward, you're not gonna embarrass us. We've heard, seen,
So much. And everything.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're not gonna offend us either,
Yeah,
so just understand that.
All right, so he was jerking off to the porn.
yeah.
And that was before they tried to get, I know, it's,
No, I really don't remember that, like the order. I just know that.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't really remember the order, but I know like all that happened in a time frame of like, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
The investigation reaches a breaking point with the final victim. In the digital age, trauma follows you everywhere. His mother had just picked him up in tears after learning the video was circulating among his peers. As the detective gently pieces together the timeline, the true weight of the betrayal sets in.
so I guess we can start, like, what did your mom tell you about what's going on?
She kind of just picked me up and she was crying, and it was basically about how my neighbor had a video, somebody sucking my penis on video.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And I appreciate you being just like straightforward with us. That makes it a lot easier because then I don't have to keep asking questions. Okay, but what was it? Did she ask you about the video?
Yeah.
What did you tell her?
I can't really remember exactly, but she was like, she was asking me if I was gay or something, and if I pressured them into doing it, and I wasn't making them doing it.
Any guesses how I got involved?
Maybe somebody told their parents.
What happened was it was some random people at school that actually saw a video, and then it got back to parents, and parents contacted me.
So who else was in the
It
video?
was just me.
Okay.
Well, after it happened, he showed me the video, and I said to delete it, and he didn't.
Was it that day?
Yeah.
Did you think he deleted it?
Yeah.
Did he record it on his phone, or was it on, an app, or
It was on his phone.
on his phone?
Snapchat.
I'm gonna I want to be clear too, if there's consensual things going on with people your own age, that's not illegal. That's not illegal at all. Recording it, that's a big problem. That's something very serious. You're creating child pornography. I mean, you didn't, but that's what he did. That's a serious problem, okay? And I'm sure you know, and I'm sure how'd you feel about when you heard this video was going around?
I didn't feel too good about it because I was in the video and it was happening. He was sharing it to different people.
When did you find out he was sharing it? Like, how did that come about?
So people were asking about it, and he just sent them the video, and they said, did it really happen?
I guess my question is, how were people asking about it? How did they know to ask about it?
Well, somebody from the sleepover apparently started telling people about it, and that's how it started spreading around.
Do you know who started telling
I
people?
think it might have been.
In the video, you said it's you and it's him sucking your penis. Those are the only two people you can see in the video?
Yes.
Would you mind telling me, like, what happened that day? Like, how did it lead to this?
Well, people at the sleepover were daring him to do it, and I think we were just peer pressuring him into doing it.
Daring?
Yeah.
You said they were daring. Like, what were they, like, I dare you to do it, or what were they saying?
I dare you to do it.
What did you think about that when they were daring him to do something to you?
I didn't think it was right.
I mean, how did it make you feel? You said it wasn't right.
I got weirded out.
Weirded out. Yeah, that had to be uncomfortable. So then how did it get to the point where he was actually...
They're kind of like forcing me to put down my pants and him do it.
How'd they force you?
They're kind of just like,
I know this is uncomfortable.
Yes.
You can tell me what you remember. If it's too uncomfortable to talk about, you don't have to.
You're doing a good job. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard, I know, but those are the pieces that are also important too. So they forced you to pull down your pants, you
Yeah.
said. And then what happened after that?
sucking my penis.
Okay.
Were you guys close to each other? Were you sitting next to each other? Did you have to walk to him? Did he walk to you?
Very close.
You were already sitting by each other? Any idea or any, again, I don't need you to guess, but do you remember what the threats were about? Like, was it like, what did he threaten?
Like, maybe like post a bad picture of us on the story.
So he would post a bad picture or something like that if you guys didn't engage in that? Has there been another situation, another encounter with you or anyone else where someone's just dared to or was randomly sucking your penis?
Yeah, there was another one.
When did that happen?
It was at us.
Was this before or after?
This was before.
Before. Why are people daring people to do that to you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Have people talked to you about it at school?
Yeah.
What do you say?
They said, is it true that you got sucked up by a boy?
What do you say?
I tried to ignore it.
How many people have asked you about it?
Maybe like 15 people.
That's a lot. Are they friends or people you know or just like random?
Sort of random people.
You had a Snapchat account shut down?
Yeah.
Did they tell you why it was shut down?
No.
No? Did they like send you a blanket email like, hey, you're violating terms of service or anything like that?
Nothing like that.
Snapchat monitors, they monitor accounts, and if they'll flag stuff if they believe it's child nudity. Close your account, save your account information, and then they'll send your internet history and all that stuff to this organization that conducts online investigations. It's called ICAC, and then down the line they'll figure out who that IP address belongs to, and then they'll see, okay, it belongs to the house, and then they'll send the case to us.
So that might have happened. So
That's what I'm wondering.
yeah. They sent me the video, but I didn't save it, and I told them to delete it.
Is that the only thing you can think of that they may have flagged on your account?
Yeah.
Do you know who he actually sent it to? You said he sent it to you at some point.
Yeah, I'm only sure of like one person also.
Who did he send it
It was
to?
a girl too.
How do you know? How do you know that she got it?
Well, because she was telling other people about it. Well, I heard you were sending it to people, and I said, why didn't you delete that video? I told you to delete it.
And what did he say?
He just said, if you ever bring up anything again, I can just show them that.
And at what point did he show you the video the first time?
Maybe like 20 minutes after. But
Okay.
I saw him recording it, and in the recording, I think you can hear me saying stop recording. I think that's what I said at least.
Okay.
The one time I
So
heard it.
you realized what was happening.
Yeah.
So what happened after you finished sucking your penis that day?
Well, he came the day after, and I think that it was Sunday, and we just watched football games after.
Okay. Did he stay and hang out? Did you guys talk about anything? Did he have to leave?
He stayed and hung out for a little bit, and then he left.
Okay. Do you want to go back to school today, or would you rather not?
I'd rather not.
So, did you pull down your own pants or did someone else do it?
I did.
The second incident, where in the basement did that happen?
On the couch.
Okay.
How long was he sucking your penis? Like, how long did that actually happen?
Maybe like 20 seconds.
Okay. So, kind of a brief
Yeah.
time. Was the entire thing recorded? Like, from start to finish?
I don't think so, no.
I don't have any other questions for you right now. If you think of any questions that you have for us, probably easier just to ask your parents and go through them, and they can call me.
Yeah.
I'll try to I'm not going to make you stay here forever.
No.
I just want to talk with you. First off, do you know why you're here?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think you're here?
Like, from everything that happened, I kind of wanted to, like, stand my point, and, like, because they were our friends, but, like, it was, even though they were our friends, we knew that they did something wrong, and, like, we knew it wasn't, like, gonna be able to be hidden forever, so we wanted to, like, well, the night before, like, this was the night before me and incident happened, I guess they had a sleepover with one of my also good friends from baseball, and I guess they were doing things. We never knew about it. when we went over there, we thought we were going over to watch Sunday football.
Okay.
And then, so they, when our incident was happening, me had to say no, but they were like making it seem like it wasn't a big deal. They were like, oh, I already did it, so what's the big deal? Which we knew was wrong, but.
So were there when you were there?
No, they left. They had to go to practice, so they left.
Had you been, you said came over, whose house was it?
It was house, and sister was home, and I believe his parents were home, and it was just me and his sister.
How old's his sister?
I do not know how old his
Older or
sister
younger
is.
sister?
Older.
So when you got there, what was going on?
So when we got there, like we were just chilling around, and it was the Lions versus the Chicago Bears, I believe, and we were just watching football on the Sunday, playoff football, so we were doing that, and then they have like a darts board down on their wall, and we were playing darts. So that was pretty much what was happening in the beginning when we got there.
What was the first thing that made you feel uncomfortable? Like what started making things weird? Whether it was sexual weird or weird, like it just, you didn't feel right.
Like they were like, they first started like looking at each other, and it was like, it was really weird because it's like they like planned for this to happen like it did with, what we didn't know but it happened with the boys the night before.
So what happened when they were looking at each other?
Like they were looking at each other, and then they just started like nodding their heads and like laughing, and then that's when they started, like they got up, and I thought they were just joking around, like being regular boys, like pushing, like they were pushing around and stuff, laughing, and then it was like I knew it started to be like difficult, weird, which was like a little bit too far at the moment, and then he started like pinning him, like trying to hold him down. And then I was confused, so I like questioning if I should stand up or not, and then like trying to get out of it, and then that's when everything started being weird, and it was like pulling his pants down, and then he started putting his penis. I got up and tried to put over, but then like went down and started his penis.
Was he saying anything when he had his penis on his face?
He was just laughing and like they thought it was funny. And like obviously were like disgusted at that moment and confused.
Was he giving any direction? Was he saying anything? He's just laughing, rubbing his penis in his face?
At the moment he was like laughing, rubbing his penis in his face, and then later, like probably like a minute later, then they said stuff happened last night. Like they were messing around and like joking around and like practicing like sucking each other's penis, which I thought was very like disturbing, and like we didn't want to do that, but they were like, oh, did it, so you guys should do it, and that's when we tried to like say no, and then kept on like trying to like do that to me, so me kind of like say no at the moment when they were still. And then they said that if you guys don't do it, then we're gonna keep on doing this to you guys, and like just keep on like harassing us when we didn't, like they were forcing us to do stuff we didn't want to do. Then they just started looking at each other, and we were confused, and that's when like they started doing it, and so we were like, what the heck, and we obviously didn't want to have anything to do with it, because it was just disturbing, disgusting, and me and like we had no idea. Just the saying, oh, it's only 15 seconds, like that's still a really big deal, and it was like, but what the stuff we just wanted to get out of there, because we were there like an hour before watching TV and football.
So at what point did it come where your mouth was on his penis?
When he was getting really forceful, and then like I said, we really wanted to get out of there, and we thought it was better for the both of us when things weren't going to get any worse than 15 seconds. I guess out of video that I had no idea about until one of my good friends all told me, because he was showing video like a week after at a high school basketball game at the high school.
So you said that washed his mouth out at the sink, and tell me what happened after that.
So then it was my turn, and like we are like both very emotional. So over there he was crying, washing his mouth out, like disgusted, and I guess that's when he was taking a video that neither of us knew about, and was on his phone watching. He was watching a porn website.
watching a porn website.
Yes.
So it was your turn. What happened when it was your turn?
So I just went over there. I was like, it was counting while he was washing his mouth out. And then while I was putting my mouth and getting it over with, he was washing his mouth out and counting like fast. We both agreed to count fast for each other, like to get out of there. Which I'm not blaming it on anybody. Like, I'm not blaming it on just after we were both crying and I went over to the sink to wash my mouth out and get my charger and my hat. And while I was getting my charger and my hat, he was coming from, I think, a wrestling practice, so he had his bag. Went over to him and did it like with no question for longer than 15 seconds, which like from other people, from other friends that apparently have been like friends with, they've been really close like ever since they were younger, and they said that they have been doing that to each other for a while, like alone in private. They were like seeing how many times they could like do that to themselves like in a night, and then they said that they started sucking each other's penis. I've never gone to their house after that, never hang out with them at somebody else's house.
It's terrible you had to go through that situation. It's terrible you had to deal with that. It's not on you.
I always have a fear that like people would make fun of me for it, but just, like I didn't want to tell the story because I didn't want them to think that really came through what we did, because we're not. It was just hard, like.
And you know what?
Go ahead, honey.
Oh, sorry.
It was
I've got tissues too if you need any. It's a rough thing to talk about.
a week every day. Like I didn't want to tell my mom because I didn't want her or any of my family to like be upset.
This is going to be one of those uncomfortable questions. When you had to suck, was his penis hard or soft?
It was hard.
It was hard.
Is there anything else important that you think we should know about this or anything related to this?
Well, they were not sucking each other's penis, but they were jerking off by each other and watching porn. I woke up and I saw them. And me, we were all like gassed out and sleeping, and they were the only ones up.
When they were first holding down, had his penis out, was it hard or soft?
It was soft at the moment.
Okay.
During any of this, like before you guys left, did either one of them say anything to you guys to make you like not talk? Did they?
Well, me, while we were leaving, we were obviously very disgusted and like disturbed from the whole situation. And while we were walking out, you're sick and like we're not gonna hang out with you guys anymore. And like I hope you guys learned from this and did not do it to other people. And then they just started laughing, and like from my understanding, like also has a bigger penis, but I don't think they like sucked each other's penises. But I could be wrong.
When was she showing other people the video?
Probably like a week or two after it happened.
Okay, so a few
And
months
that's,
ago.
one of the girls was telling me that she showed her and she was trying to explain to her to delete it and why like it wasn't in his mind. He knew it was wrong to other people, but in his mind he thought it was fine just because it felt good for him, which might seem very like weird, but that's, I guess.
Did he give you a certain look? Was he scary to you? What do you?
He just, like, I knew he snapped me yesterday if I talked to the police, and like there's like this thing, like you tap on their like face of their Bitmoji and you like swipe it to see that you're like not actually opening it, and that's what he told me to do so that I didn't see what he said, like so that I could see what he said before I answered. And I texted him and I said no because I haven't talked to the police yet. And like I told him my honest answer, and
It almost seems like he felt like upset with how he reacted to it. Because I asked him, I said, well, you saw the video a couple months ago, why didn't you tell your mom then? Again, not judging him,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand.
yeah.
And he was pretty, you could tell he was upset with himself. He said, I didn't think that maybe it's hurt. Like I didn't think about maybe he was forced. I didn't think maybe this happened.
He didn't know about it at the point, so like I'm not blaming anybody for anything, but it goes to show, like, if you don't know the situation, just like,
Well, I just want you to know that if you do see him in school and if he does anything to make you feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
you tell us.
I will.
I also want you to know he doesn't have any idea that where this all came from. Like I said, it just
Yeah.
started with some kid who wasn't involved, and he never even asked where that started. Nobody did, because they were aware that there's a video that came out. And
I left the camera in the car, so it's like they're unloading groceries or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else coming out yet.
Door's cracked. Door's cracked over here. Knock, knock. Perrysburg Police. Perrysburg Police.
Hi, I wanted to talk with you. Yeah. Okay. Long story short, I know you called me yesterday about what was going on. I've talked to the other boys. I've talked to attorney, all sorts of mess. Apparently there's other saying that there's other videos of going around as well. Long story short, they're the only phone that we took, since I have probable cause to believe that, you know, the stuff was on a search warrant for it. Alright, I'm not gonna, like, the search warrant, I can show it to you. I'm not gonna go through your residence. All I need is his phone. It's just the way the law is written that I have to do it for your residence. Okay. Do you mind if I go in with you while we get his phone? And this is yours, you can keep it.
Does he have multiple phones?
Yeah. This is like, so then I need to hear from, because it needs to be someone directly, because that's what I have right now is a lot.
Do you have a list of all the names?
He said he sent it to,
He sent it to anybody?
that's what he told me. The only person he said he sent it to.
So we also have, and that's what one of the steps is looking through his phone to try to figure out who all that was sent to. So that is part of the investigation.
He only sent it. What about the kid that was at the basketball game that he was showing?
He showed it to him, he didn't send it. I can only go with what he tells me, that's all he's admitted to me.
And as we work towards that, once we start to go through the phones, we can see who it was sent to, and then we can start to expand our investigation at that point. But at this point, this is what we have. Okay.
Did you check him before you brought him back here?
What's that?
Did you check him?
You know what? I don't think I
Spread
did.
your feet for me.
You're good.
Okay, beautiful. Alright, and then we'll take this. Alright, so we're gonna go out this way.
These interviews reveal the terrifying escalation of adolescent peer pressure and the permanent damage of the digital world. Following the investigation, 2 13-year-old boys were charged with rape. Because the act was recorded and shared, one teen faces an additional severe charge for distributing explicit material. For the victims and their families, the trauma is twofold. The physical violation, compounded by a profound betrayal by their best friends. The psychological toll of knowing a humiliating moment was shared among classmates is a burden no child should bear. Legally, cases involving minors are highly restricted. Citing federal privacy laws, the school district emphasized that protecting the impacted families is paramount, despite public demand for answers. While the juvenile system focuses on rehabilitation, the severity of these charges guarantees a rigorous legal battle. The consequences of that single night will alter their lives forever. It serves as a grim reminder. Conversations about consent, digital permanence, and peer pressure must happen early and often. Thank you for watching this deep dive. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next case.